This is LOGICALMGTOW. Welcome. I'm LOGICALMGTOW Spock. And today's topic is directly towards people like the known feminist Me Too movement follower as well. She calls herself the Prim Reaper. I have dealt with this one before. And she has made new videos, at least one or two, since last anyway. And she still thinks that by by psychoanalyzing in the feminist manner, when it comes to psychoanalyzing men, oh, that's justified. Men would simp down to her knowledge and her logic and her so-called book smarts. But the basic fact is that for many years, women have tried to figure out men, even as they tried to do their own levels and general aspects and types of psychoanalyzing the other gender, be that of course quote known as the opposite gender. We men can easily do the same thing of our own, but not very many men, if any, except for the ones in the field outside of myself. Although for me, I do understand the male and female psyche a lot more than people realize and understand and are willing to acknowledge or even accept. And I'm not going to name those people. Mm, but I know there are a number of them. And the Prim Reaper has tried to do her own aspects of psychoanalyzing the toxic masculinity, the the wrong aspirations of the Me Too movement and various other things. I mean, who the hell do you think you are, Prim Reaper? You do not know how to psychoanalyze anybody but your own gender. And even on that aspect, from what I understand, you're completely way off because you're only psychoanalyzing people like you, Prim Reaper. People and women that are basically on the same brain wavelength as you are. Because each person has their own likeness and dislikeness. Everybody has their ways about them, as it were. But the one thing is that you cannot think by quote unquote feminist base of psychoanalyzing men, and we women know better than men when it comes to their mannerisms and their attitudes and their anger and all the other aspects of psychology better than men know within themselves, even about themselves and even about us women. That's the basis of the Prim Reaper, isn't it? Yes, I know. I've dealt with women many times in my past to start with, and I have dealt with women in the workplace, and I know their basic fact of their thinking. They think that they are the top-notch educated gender, and yet at the same time those same women that claim to be feminists, oh, men and women are supposed to be equal, so men should be feminists too. Men should do this, men should do that, men should do what we women tell them to do. The men basically should be subservient to the woman, and the woman should be the ones wearing the fucking pants. Guess what? That's a fantasy world. Hell, not even fucking Walt Disney himself put that in the base of Cinderella and Snow White and Seven Dwarfs and Beauty and the fucking Beast. That's on that's on Spark-like of me. I get that, but basic fact is, I'm stating a fact. Women do not know men. They can psychoanalyze us all they fucking want. All they're really doing is making fools of themselves, like the Prim Reaper, making them sound so book smart when they're not. They don't. Most of them don't know their ass from a hole in a wall. To put it lightly. And just like the people in Sacramento, California, and and also in the and possibly in the areas of, say, let's see, oh yeah, Arizona, they don't know their ass from a hole in a wall either. The basic fact is that in the city of Sacramento, there's a number of people that think they know how to drive, and yet they have driven like they've gotten their damn fucking driver's license out of a fucking Cracker Jack box. Women, and most of them are women, and a moderate to maybe equal percentage almost are the male drivers as well. Sadly enough, and it's the same, and it's becoming the same way in the Bay Area. And I'm not saying I'm in California. I'm not saying where I'm at. No way. You'll have to guess that. And believe me, I'm not gonna. And you can try to drill me all you want. I ain't gonna say. Hell, I could say I'm from Mars and women are from Venus, and all you would know is that I'm making things harder on you. Basically, I could say that it could be true because I ain't gonna. And I'll just tell you straight out. I'll just tell you straight out. I ain't gonna say it. You're not gonna get anything out of me. Especially where I'm residing at, or even from for that. And the other aspect is that the Prim Reaper thinks that she can totally psychoanalyze the male temperament, as if she knows the male temperament better than the males do themselves, and and that she's trying to uh, in the female feminist sense of simping down to to the males, in the sense of trying to say that she's siding with them. Oh, the feminist movement, we're supposed to be equal. The feminist movement is not fucking about equality. The ERA of the 1970s was. The feminist movement of today is about the woman and them bettering themselves. Who gives a shit about the man? Because if it was truly about equality like the ERA was in the 1970s, then, as many MGTOW members have said, even I have said, that the feminist bitches of this era have cheered every time a guy kills himself over a bad experience or bad situation that he had due to a due to after a divorce proceeding, or even before, or somewhere in between, especially because he was taken away, his children was taken away from ever being around him, for one. Thereby he was taken for a fool, and he felt like way less than a man should, and in his own perspective, and then in the human aspect, which every guy and every woman has their own visual aspect and viewing, if you will, of how each gender in that perspective, or any perspective, should be. But and many men have off themselves because of this shit,
because they don't feel like a real human being because of feminist little bitch. The fact that she cheated on the dude when he was trying to provide for both of them and their children if they had any, and she basically drained his wallet and a bank account for her own selfish fucking feminist benefit, thereby going against the Bible in the sense of like,
Oh, marriage is only for us women. We are the ones that say what goes in the marriage. Men used to be the ones in the 1950s and 40s and 30s and 20s to say what went in marriages now. But now we women have the say so. We women should be the ones to wear the pants. The male should be the stay at home mom like Mr. Mom, which was a late 80s movie called Mr. Mom. And that's the truth. But the basic fact is that women cannot find any common ground on anything. That's due to their indecisiveness, their indecision of, like I said in one of my other videos, is that, oh, I wonder if I really chose the right person to be with and to be married to and have children with. Just because they don't get what they want on their timeline. That's one thing the Prim Reaper is too fucking afraid to fucking mention. And if she's watching this video, I tell it how it is. Like it, admit it or not. And I know a larger percentage, more than a majority, will deny that and say, I'm not like those women. Many, if not every man, even in even in the MGTOW manosphere, have gotten women saying, "Oh, I'm not like those women. I'm me. I'm a different person." So come be with me. I can give you what you want. What really is like, you will give me what I want. That's that when they say I'll give you a man what you want. Really, they're thinking at the same time, you're gonna give me what I want. They won't say it outright. The Prim Reaper is even afraid even to admit that when it comes to her own gender. She'll deny it even in face value, even on video if she has the cojones to do so. The basic fact is that women have known that men have figured them out. That's why many men are going MGTOW. Many men have gotten more than sick and tired of the manipulative, mind game, cheating little slut bitches that women have become, to the points to where it's gotten way worse, to the way beyond the aspect of where marriage is no longer for men equal to women. Marriage has only been for the woman. So there's no ever since the 1990s, there's no positive benefit for the man in marriage. And even Tom Likas himself has said it more than once. So Prim Reaper, you can psychoanalyze and act like you're directing it towards men. Really, you're directing it to women like your feminist witch ass. So Prim Reaper, stick with your gender. Quit trying to psychoanalyze a gender you do not have any knowledge about, because you're not a male. You don't have the knowledge to know us males. You're not fucking Dr. Phil, for one. You're not fucking Dr. Ruth. You're not fucking Dr. Spock either. So stick with the knowledge that you have of your own fucking gender, Prim Reaper. And if you want to psychoanalyze children,
guess what? I, as an advocate, will fight you on that because you cannot psychoanalyze a child either because they as well will think differently than your little feminist ass. They are innocent to the age of 8 on up, till the age of 8 on up. In the Bible and in the belief system of that I've been a part of, children are innocent and they don't sin till the age of 8. Then, if they do things wrong and even illegal, then yeah, they start sinning. They start sinning from the age of 8 on up. But the one thing is, do not, do not ever try to psychoanalyze us men, and don't try to psychoanalyze children. I don't care if any feminist thinks that they have book smarts of psychology or the mental psychosis of any any gender except for their own. And believe me, Prim Reaper, you're gonna get one hell of a fucking fight with those that you try to psychoanalyze that are within your same gender, because as little as these psychologists or book writers don't realize is that they can psychoanalyze till they're blue in the fucking ass or in the fucking face or whatever the hell else, right? They don't really truly know except for what they've studied with sessions from people they've talked with, and when it comes to the base of psychology and psychiatry and even therapy for that matter. But that doesn't mean that they know every fucking human being on the fucking face of this planet to be identical to what they've experienced. Thereby, you need to go by that aspect, that same aspect, as I said. You can't be just because you've had experiences of your own doesn't mean you know the basis of the psychosis of men, the psychosis of the male gender, the reason why they are so temperamental, the way, oh, the reason this, the reason that. Guess what? We men know that women, Prim Reaper, including yourself, are way more temperamental and way more hair raising in the anger variations, way more so than men. Yes, we are the stronger gender. You women are the weaker sex according to society's viewing and standards. Still, yet I know with the feminist movement, you wanna try to change that in society. There's no way in fucking hell you're gonna be able to do that. You wanna be the strong part, the stronger gender equal to the man. Live in a fantasy world known as Disneyland or Epcot. But I know if you try to live there, they'll kick your sorry asses out. Because it's an amusement park, it's not a fairy tale land. It's not where you can go over into the mushroom houses like the Smurfs and live there and cohabitate there. The basic fact is, Prim Reaper, I'm straight telling you and many other feminists and MGTOW male haters that the fucking fact is women do not like the fucking fact they can't find their fucking place in society. Yet they have no problem, women have no problem, nowadays especially, they have no problem taking the man for everything he has, especially his own resources. And watch the guy struggle to the points of his death. And with the fact that the women have the court system, the women are able to drain the guy of his emotions, psychologically and emotionally, as well as deep within him. That's why there's so many of this that men have done, or this. And the feminist movement of today doesn't give a damn. They cheer that shit. So the feminist and Me Too movement cannot say,
Oh, men and women are equal. Men should be following the feminist movement. Well, if they truly believe that we are equal, men and women will never be equal. There are and also there's no wage gap. That's another aspect of the feminist bitches and Me Too witches need to realize. There's no wage gap. That's that's only a mental thing that the feminist movement have created to to have you women believe that nonsense. Women, yes, women have children. Yeah, we 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 don't have to deal with that, right? Women are able to be going home earlier than men when it comes to working retail or anything else. But there's absolutely no reason for you women to try to psychoanalyze men as if you know us better than we know you. And I can tell you straight out, I know the female as well as the male psyche. If you think I don't, you don't know me. And I've heard your videos enough to know you well enough. And yes, I don't need to know a person even face to face to not know, to actually know who and how they are, and even in their ways of thinking and whatnot else. So again, Prim Reaper, with your feminist attributes of thinking that you can psychoanalyze us, man, you're stepping in the wrong field. You do not know nothing but what you peddle, which is a load of shit when it comes to men. You know nothing but what you peddle when it comes to a good number of women, because not all women are the same as not all men are the same. But the basic fact is, we men are not going to deal with your feminist bullshit, manipulation and brainwashing and mind control and trying to change us when women have done that even before they marry the fucking idiot. And before the man marries the little fucking psychotic little feminist Me Too little bitch. So again, Prim Reaper, psychoanalyze people within your own purview, not in the male concept and gender. This is Logical MGTOW Spock. MGTOW and future MGTOW live long and prosper. Live long and prosper. Have a good day and stay safe, and don't fall into feminist bullshit and brainwashing mind control crap. Have a good day.